tell us about the visit of Stephen Hawking?
So we had a patient come to see the Sinai who we thought had Lou Gehrig's disease or ALS. It turns out he didn't. He had a benign movement and twitching, which turned out not to be ALS. But he was a student of Stephen Hawking, so he was at USC. And so he introduced us to Stephen Hawking. Hawking was very interested in Cedar-Sinai and the ALS research going on there. And we invited him to come and listen to us, give him a talk, and then we thought he might want to give a talk as well, I don't know, about the origins of the universe or something. So he came for the full day, and it was a very exciting day. He spent time in my lab. He then gave a talk to the whole of the Cedar-Sinai community. I think if you go onto their website, you can probably see it. And then we went out for dinner with him, and it was a wonderful day.
Oh, great.
He's convinced he doesn't have ALS, so he thinks he has
something else.
Vitamin B deficiency. So he's a very interesting guy, and he's very supportive of the kind of work we do. He wants to focus on his physics.
Gracias.
And his whole life is focused on his physics. He doesn't really want to focus on ALS, you know.
But
which is fine. I mean, and I think that's a good thing. And so, but anyway, it was a nice visit, and he's a very special person.
How is it that they said he would live 2 years or 3 years, and then he got to be 72?
Well, you know, ALS, like any disease, has average life expectancy of 3 years to 4 years is the average. But with every disease, you get what we call the outliers. So you get some patients, unfortunately, will die in 6 months. It's horrible, they just go straight down. And you get other patients that live longer. Now, in theory, ALS does not kill you. ALS rids you of ability to move your muscle. Your brain is intact. It's almost unfortunate, because at the end stage of ALS, what happens is you can't even blink an eyelid, so you get what we call locked in. So you cannot communicate with the outside world, because you cannot move any voluntary muscle. Now, those patients can be alive on a respirator, because you have a machine that breathes for you. They could stay alive for the rest of their lives.
Normal brain function.
The normal brain function, and they would not have a clue how to get anything out. So you don't know if they want to turn off the respirator or want to stay alive. So often people are so scared at that point, they decide to turn the respirator off and make that decision. So, or they get a complex bed sore or some other, because they're immobile.
But you can suffer 100%.
But Stephen Hawking was remarkable in that I think, you know, my theory, that's my theory, not his theory, is because in his mind he's so active, and because he got it so young, he hadn't played soccer all his life or tennis, and he didn't miss anything. He's lived with this since he was 21. So he is inside himself very happy. He's not distracted by anything probably, and he's done these wonderful books and theories and physics, and I think he's had a reason to live.
His main organ is still walking.
Exactly.
His main organ is still alive.
And that, you need to be motivated in life. He is certainly motivated, and he was drinking. He's got a way that he can drink still wine in the evening. He had a nice dinner. I mean, he's had a special operation so he can still eat.
Fascinating.
So actually, he's a very active, productive guy, and just, you know, has accommodated the disease, and it's still very slow progressing. So he's out here on the progression rate. So he's lucky he's kept momentum and kept some ability to move his cheek now. That's how he communicates.